Welcome to Thursday night. That means it's Grave Geeks. I'm sure they'll be rolling in any minute. Oh, there's a couple.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Annie.
Hello. Happy Thursday, Friday Eve.
Hello. Nice catacombs.
Hi. I will be right back. I'll still be on, but I'm going to mute myself for a second. I've tried 5 different things to get Jasper to eat, and he finally said that he thinks he might be able to eat SpaghettiOs.
That sounds good.
He's had no appetite,
Acidic,
and that's not like Jasper. Yeah, well, that's what I said, but it's the one thing that his belly's telling him that he actually wants. So.
Donald's bag to the ready.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe and Laura. I think you can come up now, maybe, if you wanted to.
Who's that?
Joe and Laura.
Oh. Heck, they might be able to go live if they got 200.
Mm-hmm. We got to do the 3 lives of 30 minutes or so, isn't right?
I didn't have to. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so you're saying I could go live too?
You should be able to.
I might have to start doing. But see, I don't know what I would go live for.
Yes,
Anything.
you should be able to.
I don't have a phone either. I just use my phone.
Let us know, Chris, and we'll come in and talk with you for half an hour.
You might be able to turn on your camera now, too.
Yeah.
Chris?
Will it let me?
I don't know.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh my God, it will. No.
You can do it, Chris.
I waited for today to see if hopefully this will count for the 30 minutes.
Hold on. I'm going to need my tripod if I do that.
Brian, I think your camera's broken.
Oh my God, I can put my camera on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Everyone's like, oh my God.
That's a no. That's a no. No.
I don't
Come
know
on,
what my tripod is. I'll be right back.
No. The last thing I need to do is have it on selfie mode and be like, ugh.
Why do you think? No,
That's a bad angle.
So, good news while everybody's messing around with stuff. We put the YouTube or the pot for the monies for the nonprofit. We started up to pay for all the things. It's going to be a little over 900, and we're halfway there.
Nice.
So, and again, this is not for anybody. Take care of yourself first. This is for extra.
We're actually more than halfway there. Out of the $930 needed, we only need $400 more.
That's amazing.
Yep, we're doing good. Doing good.
Freezing.
Come on, it doesn't do it on.
I'm actually surprised, but I feel like that shows something too. Like, if we're able to raise money like this just to get it started, once this becomes bigger, I don't think we're going to have any problem fundraising and things to help people do workshops.
Yep. And especially once we have, like, okay, the workshop is going to be here, and this is the person that's doing it, and here's the time and the place. Do you want to, contribute towards supplies for them so that they can, have, like, not only show people, but have the supplies for them to do it as well?
And the travel costs and things like that. Like, if you want somebody to go 2 hours from where they live and conduct a workshop, well, that's gonna cost some money.
Right.
And I don't know, things like that.
the opportunities will be larger because we'll have more resources to be able to support. So, Mama in the house. Mama in the house. I saw her.
So I saw the Great Geeks post on Facebook. Are we allowed to share it like ourselves outside of that to like other? Okay. Okay.
Oh, of course, yeah. And
Okay.
I actually, I've came across a couple of people that don't have PayPal. I feel like the majority of people do, but
I do.
yeah, it's my
I can
mama
get it,
that's in
though.
the house. But on the post, I put my Venmo and Cash App on there too, and like Kelly Brown, she's grave intentions or something like that on here.
She's from
Yeah,
up here, isn't she?
yeah, she's the Genealogical Society's secretary. She was at your workshop. She was at the
She's
Salem,
from
New
here.
York.
Doesn't she work for the phone company? I think that didn't she come. Wait, didn't she come to Denmark?
She was at Denmark. She was at, or no. That's different, Kelly. That's Kelly Butel. Kelly Brown was at your workshop. She was at, I believe, the workshop in Lowville, and she was at the one in Salem.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, her name sounds familiar, like all over the place. I remember meeting a Kelly
Yeah,
who worked at the phone company at Theresa Cemetery because she's from Theresa.
WB
Yeah.
in the house?
Shit, Rocky.
You're living. We're so happy.
Barely. Barely.
Hi, beautiful.
Hello.
She's a sickie too.
No.
I can't take my cough medicine yet because it has codeine in it, and if I take it now, I will be drunk acting the whole time, so I better not do that.
Wait.
Go ahead and take it.
That
No,
is,
take it.
No.
you're fun when you're not drunk.
Hey,
I mean, what's
Sparkle.
fine when I am.
And my mom's here.
Hi, Sparkle Moon.
Oh, jeez.
Hi, Mama.
Both of our mothers are here. That's crazy.
I'm sorry
No,
for
I'm
talking
great.
in advance.
So,
Hey, Ashley, you can give my mom some of that codeine. It makes my mom black out.
oh God, let's not.
Well, it helped me sleep last night real good. Like, I
She
actually got a
thought
full
that
night's
she
sleep.
lost. Yeah.
Good night.
She thought that she lost me and my brother when she had to take it once. She woke up and didn't know where we were. She forgot. She brought us to the babysitter.
It's good stuff. It works.
So,
I was thinking, figure it out, so I don't want to embarrass anybody. So, I'm going to behave myself.
Yeah.
so who wants to start with their homework?
Ooh, I'll get over with. Okay, because I kind of cheated and I almost did last time. So, if we were going to go out of the country, my very...
You muted yourself.
Oh, God, I muted. Hold on. Okay, sorry. My phone is glitched on me. I'm sorry. So, I want to go to Egypt because I am a history person. I love it. And that's just the coolest crap ever to go look at. So, why not? And then if I was in the States, it'd either be, I think it would be Gettysburg. One, because, like I said, history. Two, I would love to see the paranormal stuff. I'd love to go see the ghosts.
I have, so when I was there, I didn't see anything, but it felt heavy.
You can feel it.
Well, I mean, I can't see anything, but my sister can. So I would take her with me and be like, "Hey, Steph, you tell me how many we got, and tell me where to point a camera at." So
I
she
have a
legit can do
question.
that. Like she was sitting in my house, and she was starting to smell something. Like, what are you smelling? And she said, "I smell tobacco pipes." I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she said, "No, Grandpa used to smoke that." I'm like, "Great, so my house is haunted?" And she went, "Yeah, you're okay. You're safe." I'm like, "Oh, safe? Okay."
Thank you.
She's like, "It's just Grandma and Grandpa. They won't hurt you." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
In Egypt, what would be like your number one thing that you'd want to see?
The pyramids. I want to go climb on them.
That's
You want to climb on them? Okay,
You
I'm
better
game.
be
Let's
real
go.
quick.
Yeah.
I just want to see
We'll play
how
lookout.
actually big they are. Because I mean, you've seen pictures and stuff with people standing there, but I want to see for myself how tall they actually are.
They're like
Oh,
And
they're
then
mannequins.
do the Sphinx, and then I've got a whole list of where I want to go.
Bonnie, so we're called the Grave Geeks. So most of us have something to do with the cemetery. So we clean, we document, we research, we photograph, we update, find a grave, repair, all of that. So we meet on Thursdays to talk about it. Although right now it's winter, so we're all kind of stuck inside the house until it's spring. So right now we're just doing our homework for this live about where we would go on our bucket list. If we could go anywhere, money is no object. Where would you go in the world? Sorry, there's a question.
I'm done. Sounds like a good match.
So you want to see like how big the pyramid actually is,
Yes,
like
that would be amazing just to see how huge they are.
very cool.
I'm going to mute myself so I don't aggravate people to death. I love you guys. So I'll mute myself.
Who else wants to talk about their homework? Chris
So many
does.
places I'd want to go.
Chris does. Go
Yeah.
on, tell us.
Well, I would also like to go to Egypt because that was one of my favorite things to learn about when I was growing up. Just all the different things that happened throughout its history. But I would really like to go see King Tut's tomb and his mummy. Or like anything in the Valley of the Kings would be pretty cool. Or the Sphinx. That'd be cool.
Did you hear that they're getting closer to find where Cleopatra is?
I'm excited, but I have a feeling that she's underwater, so we're not going to be able to find her body.
I think that she's not underwater. I think she's in the catacombs underneath, in the tunnels. I think they're gonna find her stashed in some little hidey hole.
I just there's so
In a
much.
little hidey hole.
I say,
Yes, hidey hole.
Sorry to piggyback off of somebody.
oh, excuse me.
I can poke people now.
Chris is all excited. I can fuck people. He's been waiting months to do this. So where
He's
would you
probably
go
been able to for a bit now.
besides Egypt? Is there any other place that would interest you?
At the moment, I'd love to go to Finland because that's where my most recent immigrant ancestors came from, and I'd like to do a whole genealogy trip for that.
Bring a jacket
I don't mind the cold. So.
and some boots.
One thing, Chris, if you ever do, or WV, if you ever do get to go to the UK, check out Highgate because there is a section that they call Egyptian Alley. And, yes, and it actually has, because they were so in the Victorian, they were so fascinated with Egypt and
Egyptomania.
yep, and the structures. There's a whole ring of tombs that are all look Egyptian. And they're actually like walk in. I mean, you can't walk in. There's one that's empty that you can like see and walk in and go to the sides, but they're all actual like all in a row, and they go around in a circle on the inside and around on the circle on the outside. And there's two huge obelisks in the front, and there's a gate that has. I did a video on it that has shrubbery, and there's niches all the way across as you're going in. Yes, bring me a shrubbery.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah,
That's what I want as a grave
And the
marker.
movies The Mummy were amazing too. So like, that kind of took me on to go on Egypt too, just because of the Mummy movies and Brendan Fraser. Like, sorry.
You too.
so you could see a lot of in cemeteries, a lot of Egyptian influences in the obelisks. Some places there's actual pyramids that they have. I believe Nicolas Cage's.
It's supposedly the white one in
Yes.
New Orleans. Yeah.
That's actually one of the places I was going to talk about.
Well, go ahead.
A good segue.
So,
No.
and within the United States, my mother can attest to this. Since I was like 10 years old, I have said that I wanted to go to New Orleans. Not to like, run around flashing, getting Mardi Gras beads or anything like that, but to sneak into the cemeteries and check out all the cemeteries. But yeah, so that's like the most reasonable one to get to.
Oh
My damn mother.
God. Wow.
You said you can go to the cemetery all you want.
Wow.
No, she'll just bring the beer with her.
Yep, and that's where I get it from. Anyway.
Way to
Oh,
go.
Mom, I told them that you grabbed Randy Savage's butt.
That sounds believable.
I did tell them that you grabbed Macho Man's butt, just so you know. Anyway, my other place that I would really like to go. You okay, buddy? You good? Okay.
Good job.
Oh, yeah, so Croatia. So, this right here is...
Oh, that looks
You
nice.
can't really see it very well, but this was actually back in like... Oh, geez, I think this picture was taken in the 70s? But this house has been around since 1860, I think it was. On my Molnar side, my great-great-grandmother was a lawn Carrick, and this was the house that her parents, or her dad, grew up in. And then this is what it looks like now. Hold on.
That was the absolute best colored grass. That's
Oh, it's not changing the picture. What the heck? Hold on. If it would change the... There we go. So this is what it looks like now. But it's became very residential. But this is in Fratrovic, Croatia, which is like 15 minutes out of Zagreb, which is the capital of Croatia. I feel like this is a country that we don't hear about as much, and all of the pictures that I've seen, like outside of stuff like this, it's freaking beautiful over there. So
Yeah.
I just like to go check that out. It's more of a ancestral thing,
right.
and figure out where the hell the rest of the Molnars are.
Might be like
But
the
yep,
stories. They might
that's yep, that's Tasha's thing.
Nothing
I'm
wrong with
done.
that.
Like, get me off this screen.
Okay.
So please.
Me, did you want to go next?
Sure. So this, I have two places. So this is the Ingersoll's Ordinary. This is my 8th great grand aunt and uncle's house in Danvers, Massachusetts. The earliest part of this building that stands today was built around 1670. The first 3 to be accused of witchcraft in Salem in 1692, Tituba, Sarah Osborne, and Sarah Good, were scheduled to be examined there on March 1st of 1692. But so many people turned up to witness the event that they had to move it down the road to the meeting house to accommodate the crowd. I really, really, really want to get to this place before something really bad happens. There's a guy that owns this place, and he lives in New Hampshire, and this is the state of the house now.
Oh no!
As you can see, that the roof is caving in. The original stable and carriage house in the back is demolished, and everything like that. So this is one place I would really, really like to go.
Yeah.
And they can't do
And
anything
then-
about it?
Carl, no. As of right now, they are fighting right now with the people. Hold on.
It really is Sparkle Moon. Like, that's terrible. They shouldn't be
I
allowed to
just
let.
realized I was talking to him and I was muted. But yeah, I was saying you should go see it before it's gone.
Yeah.
Because I could take pictures for him because I'm not that far away, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Right.
And then this house here, this is John Proctor House, my 12th great grandfather. Even though he doesn't really have any connection to it, the John Proctor House is a historical first period house in Peabody. The house was built around 1727. John Proctor's son Thorndike built the house, and the house remained in the Proctor family into the mid 19th century, and the house is listed as a National Register of Historic Places in 1990.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
So do they do tours, or does somebody actually still live there?
So this one is a private residence, but I talked to the curator of Peabody, and she said that since I am a direct relation to John, I can actually possibly get in here to look at what a first period house would look like.
Oh, nice.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
They
Just
let
bring a
kind of
binder relationship.
Yeah, they kind of let relatives in as long as you go through the curator.
That's good that they do that.
I should get you in touch. I should get you in touch with Jean from my DAR chapter. As far as I remember, she's related to him, and he's one of her great grandfathers as well.
Oh, that's really cool.
So you guys would be related somewhere.
And then there's just another picture of the house.
Man, V, locations are close
he
to
has
me.
another cousin?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm finding cousins for him.
I'm sorry, Amanda. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, like my mom said, Jean is awesome.
Cool.
Yep, that's my two places.
Thanks, P.
I like them. Thank you.
If you ever want pictures, I can go because they're not far from me.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, that would be awesome. I could talk about the whole mess with the ordinary. It's just the guy doesn't want to sell, and it's just he doesn't even live in Massachusetts. He lives in New Hampshire,
Yeah.
and he's just being stingy, and he doesn't want it to really fall into anyone's hands. So he's just letting it rot.
Fall down.
It's unfortunate.
Yep.
You would think that it would be registered as a historical place. They'd be mandated to
So-
keep up on it.
It's not this one, the ordinary, the first one I showed. So
That one was falling apart too.
no, this one's
Wasn't it?
not. No.
Oh, okay.
This is-
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. So this one, the ordinary, is the one that's falling apart. I actually, like I said, I was talking to the curator, and she made a side joke that is kind of sad. She said that if any of us won the lottery, we would try to buy this place because the guy just does not want to sell at all and doesn't want to do nothing with it. And this is from January of 18, so January 18th of 2025. So this is an updated picture.
Yeah, and it's like, what's the point of holding on to it if you're just going to let it rot?
Yeah.
I don't know, because he can get a big tax break if he donates this to the Historical Society.
If they can keep up with it.
Yeah.
I have 2, but I don't have any photos.
That's okay.
So my first one is Cologne Cathedral in Germany. I wanna go to that so bad. Every time I see a video, I'm like, I have to go. The architecture, the Gothic, just the history of it being built from like 1163 or something like that is just incredible to me. And then my second is the catacombs in like France or Italy, any of those. Yes, I want to go. My husband won't go. I know he won't, but I wanna go to those. Pick me, pick me.
I'll do it. So I can poke a skull or grab a leg bone and beat somebody with it.
Yeah.
Cha cha cha.
No, no, not how this works.
Oh my God.
It is.
I need
So Amanda, I
Watch
made
me.
a list of 7 because I didn't know, I was gonna let other people go so that this way I could like, just keep going down the list. Those are 2 of them on the list. The pyramids are on the list. Let's see who else can pick. Mac, what you got, Mac?
I have another family thing. Uh, this is St. Peter's Church in Stirling, Bedfordshire, England. This is where my 10th great grandfather, Richard the First, was probably born and baptized in 1606. The church has been around, I think, since the 1150s. And Richard's father, John, was buried there. And I'd like to go there for a visit. And then head up north to Aberdeen, Scotland, and visit the grave of my friend Steve, who just died like 3 years ago. So,
Aberdeen. Cool.
yeah, Aberdeen, definitely Aberdeen, and just go all over Scotland. Like he wanted to. He's a big Harley guy, even though he's never been to America or had never been to America. He had parts like shipped to my house, and then I'd ship them to Scotland for his bike. And he always wanted to bring his bike over here and ride on Route 66. And that's kind of what I'd like to do over there for him. You know,
That's nice.
ride on whatever road.
what route they got.
We
Up,
have a
up,
lot of
up,
roundabouts, just to
yeah.
warn you.
The roundabouts are fine, especially on a bike. But to go to the Highlands in Scotland and visit his ex Tracy and to visit just Scotland in general would be awesome.
Like
Do you
it.
know how big the cemetery is at that church or no?
It's not very big. It's shoot. What do I liken it to? Probably Chocolat. I know you guys have never been there, but um, I think there's a few hundred burials there, but in the UK they're very close. For some reason, the graves are very close, and the rows are very you know close together. And yeah, I think there's a few hundred. I haven't checked in a while, so I'm not sure. But yeah, St. Peter's
They
Church.
do a lot of stacking.
Yes, yes, which I'm not a fan of, but what can you do?
Right.
Like
I mean, it's
double,
no worse than what they do in the catacombs,
yeah, like
where you're just
That's true.
bunk bed graves.
Mm-hmm. Megan,
Okay, thank you. Okay,
I'm
get
working
me
on
out of
it.
there. Thank you.
Working on it. Daryl, did you want to share?
Hello.
Hi, Daryl. Or Central's even poking you.
I'm gonna get removed for poking.
Sorry. Stupid cough.
Did you want to share or no? It's okay if you don't.
I don't really have any pictures, but my dream is to take 2 months off work and tour Europe and Scotland. That's it. I guess I
Let's
want
go, Cheryl.
my last 8 states in the United States too.
Mac's like, I'll carry your bag.
I'll do whatever. I'll be your bag boy or bellboy,
Bag
whatever. I'll do it all.
I'm sorry you're sick too.
It's never gonna end.
No. No, probably not. We're Central. Did you want to share where you want to go?
Yeah, sure. Well, the one place that I want to go is the British Isles, but I mean, I'm going there next year. So my second place would be the Colosseum and all the buildings of Rome.
Rome would be a great place to go.
Yeah, that was. I'm a nut for anything that's Roman. If it's a story on TV, I'm watching it. If it's in a book, I'm reading it. It was just a very interesting time, and they at one time they were the center of the known world. So it's just really cool. After that, I don't know. In the U.S., a long time ago when I was in the Navy, I got a real brief glimpse of the Alaskan ice shelves, and that's someplace that I'm definitely going to have to go back to. And I want to trek around on some 1,000-year-old ice.
Oh yeah.
Not on my list.
Oh, come on. More ice.
Sounds cold.
I'll be your bellboy too if you want.
I have about a foot of it on my roof if you want to come play.
Oh, I've had plenty of snow this year. That's fine.
No, I mean ice.
Yeah, no, I want the real thick stuff.
Well,
Preferably not falling through your roof.
Right. Yeah. I don't want you falling through my roof either. Well, thank you for sharing.
I don't understand why my background isn't like completely.
Oh, it's doing the half screen again.
Going over it. Yeah. It's as broken as I am right now.
Guru.
So I'm gonna have to lean this way.
Guru, you didn't go yet, did you?
Oh, no, not yet. I just picked Andersonville because at this point I didn't really know much about it, and then I found out my third great grandfather, like I told you guys last week, was there. So now I'm like borderline obsessed with it. There's a movie
about it.
Well, I'm still kind of learning about it, but about how awful it was. I kind of pinned down sort of a timeline he was there. I don't have specific dates yet. I know he was captured September 20th, 1863. And then Andersonville wasn't open until February of 64. So I don't know where he was held before that. Or you know what I mean? I don't know where, how to determine that gap there. And yeah, Andersonville was only open for about 14 months until the war ended. It's what I've found out. If I'm wrong, correct me on that. I'm still learning about it. There is a movie I watched yesterday. You guys might have seen it. I don't know. It's called Andersonville. It was made in 1996. It's free on YouTube. It was really, really good. So I'd like to go there.
It's a little older than me.
And where is it exactly located again?
Sumter, Georgia.
Georgia. Okay.
You said that sounds familiar.
Is WV still in here? She wanted up.
I think so.
And Joan's in here. Who else wants up?
Here, I can drop down.
Yeah, I can drop if someone wants up.
I can too.
Well, half the chat leaves.
Let's just do one at a time. Remember, we switch out one at a time.
Okay, since I'm first, I will drop down and let WV or whoever else.
Let's just everybody drop down at once.
No. So anybody else who
happened
did their
before.
homework that hasn't gone yet that wants to come up? In the meantime, Megan, did you want to talk about your homework?
Sure.
Okay.
I think one place I want to see in the continent or in the U.S. would be Sequoia National Park or the sequoias. I want to see the big ass trees.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I can't imagine something that has been living that long. I don't know. It's something I would love to
Did,
witness.
did you know that we have the sisters here in Michigan? We have the small sequoias.
I'm sorry. I
Yep.
did not know that.
She was unaware.
Are they up in the UP?
No, they're in the Lower Peninsula.
I'm sorry.
Tell her
Where?
more.
They're I kind of don't remember where they're at, but I believe there's actually one in your area. Then there's one up
Ooh,
here, and then there's several over here too. I'll get you the details.
So they're
thank
just
you.
all
Everybody's
over down
looking
Oh
at
here.
no,
you.
the
Sounds like a road
sisters
trip.
on the pinky side of the mitten, baby. That's my area.
Send her
Anywhere
the
up
No,
the
deets.
coast of the pinky.
Megan, it's 8 o'clock at night. You can't go look at them now.
She said that.
I know.
Yes, she
And
can.
it's too
Yes, she
cold.
can.
It's
Yes.
too cold.
Don't
Fuck that shit.
don't tell her what
I
she
mean,
can't do.
forget about that. And then I would like to see Notre Dame Cathedral internationally, especially after it. I mean, I would have liked to see it pre fire, but
It's so clean now.
That's what I was gonna say. They cleaned it.
It needed it. After looking at the before and
Christopher,
after, they needed to clean that part.
yeah, my other half doesn't feel he supports me in everything I do, but when I saw Notre Dame Cathedral burning, I cried. I was crying and I cried for like I get choked up talking about it. It's ugh, that's history right there. That and he's like, babe, they can rebuild it. I'm like, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Like it's
The,
not the same.
they can't replace the
Yes,
400-year-old wood, you know.
Right.
people from hundreds and hundreds of years ago did not walk on these floors. They didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the same. However, nevertheless, I would love to go and see it. Just I'd love to go. I'd love to get outside the United States. I've never been outside the United States before, so I think just anywhere, anywhere.
Just
Just shoot
The
on up to
way
Canada.
the way they got the stuff out though, like I almost wonder if like the volunteers or the workers or whoever's in there that's there for the day that's working has like an assigned artifact. So if something happens,
you go
their
get
job is to
you
get
go that
that and run.
Hey,
I mean, that would make sense because it's so chaotic. You got to focus on what you need to do and get out.
yeah.
way.
Here's
You
the
worry about
thought.
your own self and your one object, and you get out.
Yeah.
If you have time, maybe go back and get another.
Yeah.
You
Right.
make sure that object gets out even if you don't.
Yeah. Throw it out the door.
Throw it out.
Cheryl, I've been to Manistee. That's not too far from me. I'm gonna have road trip.
She's going to see some sequoias tonight.
I'm
Not
sorry.
tonight.
Ooh, the Inca ones would be fun.
Jolly, did you want to talk about it?
Someone in the comments was talking about
Yes, Jolly.
In the Discord, Parker says that for his homework, he says the spot he would like to go that's on his bucket list is somewhere warm.
Yes.
Right now, I think that's on all of our bucket lists.
Yeah.
I mean, North Central's doing okay, probably, but
It's cold here.
I wasn't including you.
I'm sorry. What is your definition of cold, sir?
Below freezing.
I might
Yeah.
be,
All right.
might be one
I'm
of
willing
I
to
like
concede now.
I like it about 40, 45 degrees. That's fine for me.
Same.
Ugh,
Ooh, cold.
no.
I sent you a picture of where they're at, Megan.
I saw it, and that's a beautiful map. I am like maybe a half an hour east of Paw Paw, so
Mm-mm.
the
Now, there is
Wawa.
another
The
place that
town
I'd
so
like to
nice
go
they
that's very
named it
warm.
twice.
It's Hawaii.
Oh,
I
I'm
need to get
going
back.
there in a couple of weeks.
I need to get back to Hawaii.
You're about to have about 20 people in your carry-on.
Well, I had lived there for 3.5 years, so
Really, very cool.
yeah.
Now I want to go back over and see old Pearl Harbor and the wreckage of the ships.
Yeah, that was the
It's
one
more
thing I
than
never got to do while I was there. So that's what I'm absolutely doing because I won't have little kids with me. And so
Yeah.
I
My
need
dad says it's pretty incredible.
I heard that
The,
the museum, though, the
Arizona.
one that's like above it, the white track, is closed.
What?
Yeah, I heard that it was closed because of like structural issues.
I don't know. I'll have
I
to
don't
check
know.
on that tomorrow. I have friends that still live there, so
I mean, they could have fixed it by now, but I thought I heard it was closed. The Arizona. Yep.
Yeah, well, there's actually three of them there.
Oh,
The Arizona's just the most, one that's most well known.
yeah.
Isn't the Arizona the only one that's also still above the water a little bit?
Probably
Yes.
Yeah.
because it went straight down. The other one's flipped over.
Yeah.
my great uncle was at the airfield.
Oh wow.
Mm.
I never met him. I mean, he survived, but it was yes, he's still my great uncle. I had to think it was one of those like which side of my dad's bio tree. So it was my dad's biological uncle, but he was at the starts with an H airfield during Pearl Harbor.
Wow.
It's funny here, the cemetery that I'm at. I have a young man who died in action over in the Pacific. Apparently, he was a pilot, and he went on one of his excursions out to survey or whatever during the war and never came back. But he has a memorial at one of the cemeteries in Hawaii where his military stone is. But here in my cemetery, there's another stone for him for the family.
That's too sad to
It's
have.
probably on a
I always
walk.
make sure it has a
That's
flag
where
on
the
it.
military is.
Do you
Hickam,
know?
by the way.
Huh?
Hickam. Hickam.
Hickam Air Force Base.
Yes,
Yep.
because
But
that's
they have a couple big cemeteries though.
Yeah.
that one that I talked about in the Discord. The World War II service member that they asked me to help with his stone. That's
Yeah.
exactly what his is too. So he was in a crash in one of the airplanes, and he has a memorial over there. But he also has one here. So he was on the what's him? Musciano aircraft factory. So returning from a mission from an aircraft factory near Tokyo, that he came under fire by attack of an enemy fighter, and the bomber was severely battle damaged and ditched in the Pacific coast off of Japan, and they were all KIA.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was something similar.
Possibility.
Sorry, off topic. My bad.
So what kind of plane was he in?
It was actually he was a left gunner aboard U.S. Army Air Corps B-2940 BW Super Fortress.
So he wasn't in the Doolittle raids, was he?
I don't know.
That would be cool.
I'm not sure. But there was a captain, 4 lieutenants, and 6 sergeants that were all in there. So you had the AC pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer, bombardier, navigator, radio operator, left and right gunner, tail gunner, CFC gunner, and radar operator, and they all went down with the plane.
Wow.
Well, if anyone has headstones on Oahu, and if I have time, just message me and I can see if I can get pictures or whatever.
It says his monument is in Honolulu Memorial.
Yeah, Honolulu's on Oahu. So if you send me the information, I can see if I can get over there.
Carnegie.
Carnegie, last name.
Last name Carnegie, first name Corbett. I posted it. Oh, if you're in the Discord.
Oh, yeah, I am in the Discord. Okay.
I think it's under projects. Sorry.
You're good.
Steph just joined the Discord, so I'm gonna put her as a volunteer on here, just so you know.
Okay.
Thank you, Mac.
Anybody else? I feel like we're missing somebody.
Oh yeah, I can share mine.
Yeah.
So the place overseas I want to go to, that's top of my list, is Swaffham Prior, England. It's in Cambridgeshire, and I have my second great grandfather. I don't know what happened to his parents. They were there, and all of a sudden they weren't, and he was living with his aunt. And then at the age of 15, he got on a ship and came to America. And he lived the rest of his life in Rochester, New York. But I have a lot of research to do, but I really want to go check out that town, or I guess it's called a town. But so that's top of my list overseas, and then I have a bunch of places overseas I want to go to. And then here I want to go to I think it's pronounced Terre Haute in Vigo County, Indiana. And my ancestors were coal miners. And so, but I have a lot of ancestors from that area. So I'm hoping in a couple of months to be going to visit, but we'll see.
I like that. Amanda, we did
Yes.
yours?
Yeah, I did mine.
That's pronounced Terre Haute.
Terre Haute? Okay.
Yeah, it is Terre Haute. That's an hour and 20 minutes away from me.
Is it? I'll have to let you know when I go.
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody else in the chat that did their homework that wants to come up? Didn't ask the peanut gallery. I already know where you want to go.
The only one that hasn't shared is you.
So
That's not
obviously
Storm.
the Paris catacombs.
Jeez, Mac. My mom just asked me what all the GGs were that Mac was sending. So he was messaging. So it's, if you see down in the bottom, Mom, where it says gift, you're still in here, right? See, okay. So where it says gift, if you click on that, you can add money to it, and then there's a bunch of different like gifts that you can send to people. It does add up to a little bit of monetary value, but we all just kind of exchange it back and forth between each other. But that's basically what it is. All right, sorry for cutting you off, Allie.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So the catacombs of Paris is definitely on my list. It's an underground ossuary. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm sure that
Yeah.
Ossuary. Ossuary. So what that is it's a chest box or building made to be the final resting place. So they will actually leave remains out, to waste away. Well, I was trying to think of TikTok appropriate words. Till they are just the bones, and then they will put them in these boxes or areas. So that's what the catacombs are. It was built to consolidate Paris's ancient stone quarries, and they extend south from the former city gates. They were trying to clear up some of the cemeteries in Paris because they were overflowing. So they started work on this in 1774 in a series of basement wall collapses around the Holy Innocent Cemetery. And when the wall started to collapse, they're like, okay, we really need to do this. So they started to really ramp up in 1788. And believe it or not, it was mostly forgotten until it became a novelty place for concerts and other private events in the early 19th century, so in the 1800s. After further renovation and construction of accesses around the palace, and I'm not even going to try and say it, it was open to the public for visitation from 1874. And since 2013, the catacombs have numbered among the 14 cities of Paris museums managed by pretty much the city of Paris. And they actually used pre-existing mines that were there, that were abandoned, to create them. So I think I have another picture. If it lets me change it, we'll see.
If not, send it to me and I'll put it up for you.
I wonder if there's ever a way to find out if your relative is buried there.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a list of everyone down there.
Go grab a bone and check it out. Like, oh, here's Aunt Fanny's arm.
Can you imagine trying to DNA test every single one of those bones?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That would be a project.
That would take many decades, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see if there's any. So, Louis Philippe II, the Duke of Orleans, is there, father of King Louis Philip I. There's actually quite a few people that were notable from Paris. So, there's a sister of a bunch of kings, Madame Elizabeth. And trying to see, I thought that I saw a number, an approximate number, obviously.
How many people?
Yeah, there was actually an Airbnb down there at one point.
That would
Really?
be cool.
During
Let's go.
2015, yep.
Let's go.
I would do that. Airbnb.
There's approximately 6 million.
6 million. Okay. During 2004, police discovered a fully equipped movie theater in an area of the catacombs underneath a part of the city. It was equipped with a giant cinema screen, seats for the audience, projection equipment, film reels of recent thrillers, and a fully stocked bar and a complete restaurant with tables and chairs. They didn't know it was there until the police went down there.
Oh my gosh.
That means there's probably so much other stuff hidden in the catacombs.
Yeah. So there's only been one death officially confirmed in the catacombs. So in 1793, a doorkeeper for the hospital died in the catacombs. It is thought that he had lost his light source and was left to die in the darkness. In 1804, 11 years later, his body was found only a few meters away from the staircase that would have led to the exit. The only way they identified him was because the hospital key ring and the buttons of his jacket gave it away.
That's sad.
So,
and I know.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
If somebody in Paris really wanted to get away with something,
do it in the catacombs.
Not anymore.
Well, I mean, there's probably some.
No, what I mean is like
tunnels attached
get
to it.
rid.
Yeah.
Get rid of everything except for the bones. Like melt everything off, and there you go. You have a place to put the bones that nobody's gonna think anything different.
Easy, bone collector. Good gracious.
I wonder what's been hidden inside all those bones. Like there's no soil.
Yeah, like my mom said, acid.
There is one, and I don't know if you want to try and pull this up, Tasha, so you can show a picture. So Rosalina Lombardo, she was born in 1918 and passed away in 1920. She was a parliamentary child who died of pneumonia resulting from the Spanish flu. And they embalmed her and preserved her remains, and she's sometimes called the Sleeping Beauty in the catacombs.
Yes. Where it looks like her eyes.
She looks perfectly preserved. She's in a little tomb. She's now in a glass case. But the x-rays showed that her organs were remarkably intact, and her body was kept in a small chapel at the end of the catacomb street and is encased in a glass-covered coffin placed on a wooden pedestal. And in 2009, National Geographic photographer shows the mummy is beginning to show signs of decomposition. most notably discoloration. But she looks perfectly preserved.
She still is a sleeping beauty.
Yes, she is a little sleeping.
I know that name
There
sounded
she
familiar.
is.
Yep. I want to say that was taken in the.
Oh, I have
90s.
seen that before.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yep. So
Mummies is
that,
one of my favorite fascinations. So like, I was like, why does that name sound? That's why.
yep, that's definitely was on my list. The German castle that was um, the backdrop for Cinderella's castle was on there. Obviously, the Egypt. I know my mom's in here, and she got to see Tutankhamun's stuff when it was in New York City in 1980.
I have a book from my grandmother right here, actually. My great grandmother from that exhibition.
Yep.
That's funny. You probably won't see it because of the green screen.
Mm-hmm.
But ta-da! So my great
So
grandmother. My grandfather gave it to me because he knew how much I'd like it. Yep. He even dated it.
that was on my list, and I can't bring up the rest. There was a couple others that I had listed down, but
He got it in 1977.
You can
oh
talk
yeah,
to us
it was.
about them.
I was trying to remember what they were, because there. I mean, I went down a rabbit hole and a half looking at different things. Like, yeah, I want to go there. And our next trip is going to be to the Highlands of Scotland.
With you.
To see the
My
cliffs.
mom wants to go there.
Yeah. So
I
we're
have a
looking
DNA
forward.
from you.
I'd love to go to Scotland.
It's amazing. I'm still upset. So we're gonna fly into Edinburgh because we didn't get to go into the castle there or Holyrood because the king was there to get his freaking jewels. Literally the next day, like we went to we were in Edinburgh for his kilt. And the church where the king was going the next day was across the street, and like they already had some of the portion, like to block stuff off along, and it was really annoying. So I'm not happy with him because I wanted to go to those places. But for your information, if you want to go to the castle there, you need to buy advance tickets.
Yeah.
That's good
But
information.
Allie can tell you where you can get a genuine kilt over there because she did get to do that.
Yes, yes, and they measured him and everything. Like they had him stand on a box and did the measurements to his knees and everything else. And it's a custom fit kilt. And then you can even get like the little bow ties and stuff for your socks. You can get the whole outfit there.
The whole kick-a-boodle.
Yep.
We had a Scottish exchange student once, and he wasn't allowed to wear his kilt to football games anymore because they traditionally don't wear undergarments.
Right.
And bleachers are typically up higher than the field and cheerleaders.
Let your imagination
I'm sure a lot of people
I can tell you that when Dropkick Murphys perform live, they unfortunately don't. They wear them the traditional way.
Oh, and
That was a little traumatizing.
Traditional way.
Hang on.
There's a little traumatizing for a 16-year-old to see.
There was a castle in Wales too. Helfer. I can't say it. It's Caernarfon Castle in Wales. It's a medieval fortress. It's in northwest Wales. The first fortification on the site was a moat and bailey castle built in the late 11th century, which King Edward I of England began to replace with the current stone structure in 1283. 1283, folks. The castle and town established by Edward acted as the administrative center of North Wales, and as a result, the defenses were built on a grand scale. It is massive. So, while the castle was under construction, town walls were built around the town. The work cost between 20,000 and 25,000 pounds from the start until the work ended in 1330. That's then money. Not now.
Yeah, I can only imagine now.
It probably wouldn't even happen now because it would cost so much.
Yeah.
And it took until 1330 for the walls to be done. Although the castle appears mostly complete from the outside, the interior buildings no longer survived, and many parts of the structure were never finished. But it's a gorgeous castle. I will type it. I can't. I'm going to reply to Gone Graving because I can't just type into anything. So if you wanted to pull it up, Tosh. C-A-E. I mean, I guess I
doesn't even show that you replied to him.
Far enough from.
Oh, what the heck? It won't
can
let me
send it
just
in
copy
Messenger.
it. Yeah, send it in Messenger because it won't let me copy it.
No, you're fine. It's just I don't have a comment box, so I can click somebody's comment and reply, but at the bottom I don't have a little thing where I can hit comment.
I don't think I've heard of that one before.
In the meantime, is there anybody in the comments that's joined us that has homework to present? I think I just saw Krista come in. Maybe. I'll get your homework. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's okay.
This is an easy homework.
I know, you can kind of make it up on the fly.
Yeah.
I made mine up on the fly.
Because mine is an ever-growing list.
I know. I was like, I got so many places I want to go.
That's always my excuse. My dogs eat everything.
Cheryl's has horses instead of dogs, so they probably would eat the whole globe.
I have a dog that's a horse.
Yeah, Cheryl's got like 2 of them. She's like, look at my dog. It can fit over the counter. I'm like, that's a horse. Not a dog.
Can I say that if a place I would like to go overseas would be an ancestral, and then another ancestral home, but it's called Townley Hall, and it's in Burnley, and it's an extremely
What country?
UK, England. It's an amazing building. It's very well noteworthy. I'm actually looking it up real quick so I can give you a little synopsis. Townley Hall in Burnley, Lancashire, England, has a history that dates back to around 1200. The Townley family lived there until the male line died out in 1878. The house and park were sold to Burnley Corporation in 1901 and opened to the public in 1902.
Nice.
And inside is a complete museum of the Townleys. So if you can get over there, that would be a really cool place for you guys to go see.
So there's no like really good pictures of it because it's so big that they can't get it in a picture. But I took screenshots of 2 different angles, and it looks like now like part of the city is now inside of the castle.
Oh wow.
It's so strange. So there's one picture of it. Hold on.
That looks pretty from that angle.
It's one of the largest.
And
Like square footage wise. You're looking at, like large.
What the? Okay.
There we go.
There's another view of it. But I couldn't find any that were like over top of it to show how big it actually was.
Yeah.
Have to do like a satellite zoom in.
Yeah.
Quick,
Well,
send me the drone. Go get one.
have
You
one.
probably need a big drone for that one.
Yeah.
It's called Google Earth.
Yeah.
It's satellite.
I can almost see the edges. Zoom out.
No, that's the moon.
Is WV still in here? Did she still want to come back up?
That's fine.
He's in here. And while there's more people in here, I did want to say, so the PayPal to add to the team pool to pay for the Grave Geeks to be a 501c nonprofit is up, and we're a little bit more than halfway there.
Woo.
Yep.
Really?
We're at $539 and we need 930 total. So we got just under 400 left to go.
So
I'll
we're
donate
getting
something when I can.
This
and
is
that's
Townley
okay.
Hall.
So WV said that she took her cough medicine, so I think that means I should make her come.
No, I
I'll
want
go
to
down.
That'll be a great time.
Please.
You can't really see it either because of how it's squished, but
Did
it's a
she have to
U-shape.
show her ID to get that cough medicine? Because if so, it's the
Yeah,
good
we
stuff.
have to do that. That's a pretty castle
Yes.
fee. I'm assuming it's a castle.
It's
Is it
technically
mission
a
A home.
In
What
the
was that?
manor house.
A mansion.
hall. What was that, Alan?
I just wondered if it was still like functional inside.
Yes. Yeah, it's actually a full-on museum. You can go in and look at everything.
Oh, is that the one you were talking about?
Yep. Yeah, that's
Ooh.
Townley Hall. There's like 90-something acres on this property that's converted into a park, and it's like a historical walkway you can read throughout all the lines, which is really cool.
Oh, nice.
There's that pretty girl.
Yeah, I just wanted to share. Sorry, I don't have any mods right now, so
I like that bee.
make me tiny.
Oh, I moved. Now I can put Megan.
So, what do we want next week's homework to be? Because the 6th is 2 weeks away, so that'll be a new Find a Grave random. So, because we said the
We could just
first week of the month is the Find a Grave random, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next week, what do we want next week?
What's the date next week?
27th.
27th.
It's also a new
Why don't
moon.
we do on this day in history? You have to, so February 27th, 1837. This significant event, just random, just Google, like go to the newspaper and type in February 27th and a random year and present us with a.
That's a good one.
Now,
That's my idea. That's my
a good idea.
contribution.
I think I want to expand on it though. How about February?
Well, yeah.
Just because, though, I mean, it's a terrible thing, but there's so many of us now that saying one date in the calendar.
Valid point. Valid point.
I mean,
She
it's
meant like
definitely
like you
a
could
first
pick
world
any
problem.
year, right?
What?
Megan, did you mean pick any random year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
Yeah.
we could do that. Okay, just do February 27th, but each one of us gets a good picks a random year.
Oh, you just choked.
Okay, I mean, we could try it. I'll grab some, maybe a couple of us can grab some extras around it, or maybe like that week. I just don't want like everybody to come up with like the same
article.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine because you got to think like
Yeah,
there's
that's true.
a couple hundred years worth of stuff that we could all pick.
Here's a rule. It can't be a 0 or a 5 at the end. It's got to be between them. Like,
Or we can also just send in
1833.
Discord the years that we decided to choose.
Yeah, let's do that.
So
Or we can just turn down my idea altogether.
No, I like
No,
the idea.
hell
No,
no.
I like it.
absolutely
Or
not. It's a good
I
idea.
can just, or I can
I
just
mean, we
go
could
out
go to
back.
newspapers of our ancestors and look and see what happened on that date in our
With our
ancestors'
ancestors.
community.
You could do that. I wonder.
Yeah, it's like, here's what happened. I have the whole calendar here.
1870.
Oh, you want the
What was
book?
that?
I
You
don't
want the
know
book?
if he
Here's
was
the
writing
book.
in it in February yet. Can I cheat? Do I get to cheat? Oh, 1871, sorry.
Doesn't have 0 at the end.
So no
Oh,
one
he was
choose
writing.
1871.
He was writing. Who said the 27? Oh, sweet. Cool.
That sounds like someone's got their homework done.
Actually, it's my crap.
Technically.
So it's my Taft. So Taft, Elizabeth, great grandfather. 3 greats, I think. 2 or 3 greats. I think 3.
Yeah, that was funny. Actually.
And it's his diary, not his calendar. Krista.
Close. Closer than it should have been.
Now I'm gonna have to take a picture so that you guys can see.
You don't have it scanned already?
I'm trying to make it, man.
Do it. Do it. Okay, so
I can do it.
Got your nose.
Go ahead and take it, man.
It's stuffed
Just
up.
pick up anyway.
so
I ate
Don't
it.
breathe out. Ooh,
Your nose
I
went
wouldn't do
bye-bye.
Oh
that.
god, I'm in the middle now.
Oh,
With all that shit up
I'm
in there, I
already
wouldn't
sick.
do that.
did you happen to talk to
I already
Pawpaw?
No, because
She's been on her deathbed.
No, I ain't dying yet. I ain't there yet.
Even close.
I'm trying to
Might
help
be,
you
but
out,
not-
dude.
I didn't even know I had strep until the doctor's like, "Yeah, you got a big old white patch back your throat." I'm like, "Great."
Straps
Then she's like,
fine.
"Oh, you also tested positive for an old version of coronavirus 9.3, whatever the frig else it was," and I'm like, "Even
Perfect.
better." Right.
You got a short hand on top of it, doctor.
Thank you very much. Take it back.
Yeah.
Great. Good time.
Cool. Okay. So Tasha, when she's not dying, will update that in Grave Geeks.
Yes.
You want my cough medicine? It's really nice.
I'm good. I don't need none of that.
It's real good.
The way I've been passing out regardless of having sleepy meds in me or not.
How is my mother watching our live right now and sending me Facebook Messenger posts? How are you doing that, Mom, when I can't even get your printer fixed?
Because why not?
Allie, she doesn't know either. Let's be honest.
I don't know how she's doing it. I'm like, wait, how is she? I'm like, all of a sudden, I see she sent me a post on Facebook. I'm like, what? But she's in here.
Or is she? Ooh.
Says she
Maybe
is.
she has your dad's phone.
No,
Considering
that would be
that they
bad.
are an hour and a half apart and been divorced since I was a little kid, probably not.
I withdraw.
Back that up, beep. Besides, Dad hasn't figured out how to join this yet. Although I'm sure you see him commenting and liking your posts.
He's so
very
cute. He's so cute.
He's very proud of that.
It's a good
And he's
start.
not sending the random hearts anymore.
He sends them all to me. Especially the stories. He does the heart eyes and then he loves the post and then he does this like the star eyes and all the things.
love
You know,
how
all the
supportive
different
he
messages
is.
you can send that are on there. Yeah, he sends them all.
Thank you, Matt.
That's okay. Send them. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm coughing in all y'all's ears.
How dare you?
See, you got the
Oh.
bad kids corner right here, just coughing at y'all.
Yeah, that's y'all.
It's through the screen. It's no.
Yeah.
No. I will
Bad.
disconnect you.
Bad.
Disconnect. Thank you, Cheryl. I had to go with the Grave Geeks. I'm so happy that where we're going. That it's just, I'm so thrilled. You guys don't understand. Like, this is a dream that I thought that was going to be totally impossible.
Nope.
Yeah.
And
We're
it's
going to
Nothing's
be
impossible.
popular.
What?
We're going to be popular.
Let's hope.
Like me.
I hope so.
I don't care to be popular.
We're gonna use that sound
I'm
now.
sorry, my voice cracked. I was
Lar.
trying to sing it. I couldn't do
Gonna
it.
be popular.
Yes, there
I
you go.
don't.
I got a theater kid. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Someone help me.
Tasha.
We have to use that song now.
I
You
was
okay,
listening to that
Tasha?
soundtrack earlier today.
You okay?
I don't know why, but I thought she said cooter.
So did I.
9:16, lady.
I was gonna say
Laugh, because then everybody's going to cough and can't breathe.
we're all gonna cough.
That's funny.
Oh, and it descends into chaos.
Oh, here we go.
They made it to 9:16. We're good.
The message kicking in, folks.
Couldn't
That's
tell.
all, folks.
Couldn't tell at all.
I love it.
Message kicking in, people. I feel good.
You're fine. You're fine. So it's on the web, or it's on the Facebook, the Book of Face, whatever. Or we can send it to you. And it's just if you can, don't. It's not mandatory. Family comes first. People come first. You know, if you don't have it right now, then don't. But it'll be there.
Hold on. I gotta get more coffee. Oh my goodness, I am pale.
Like down by the river in
I
Jesus.
am like,
Yeah,
wait,
You are
wait,
pretty
wait.
pale.
you're flushed.
I'll be right back.
Okay, thanks for the warning.
Make sure it's not Cheryl coffee.
Want to come up for a few minutes? Figure we might rotate a couple people out.
Yeah, I can drop down.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
I can go.
You're just trying.
No, hey, I didn't come on for a long time.
I know. I'm
Now I'm trying to beat everybody up.
I'm enjoying my face being up here for a change.
I can even turn my
I
camera
thought
on.
something looked different, Chris.
Yeah, I'm here for once.
He was all excited.
There's an animated.
Yeah,
There's an animated picture. I had a choir concert that I was told about at 7:30 last night. Oh yeah, Mom, I have a choir concert tomorrow night. I'm not sure if I told you. Sure didn't.
You did not.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's horrific.
Jesus.
I mean,
Risto.
the homework.
I cheated. I have a diary, so
I'm calling 1871. Just saying.
I have 1935.
Wait. Are we doing on this day in whatever year?
No, it just so happens that her and I have diaries. So
Oh, okay.
So we're doing.
So you can find, if you want to find a personal touch to it, that day is important to your family or whatever, or you can find some random horrible thing like Parker did.
wait. Video.
I know.
I just noticed.
You have the two newbies here.
Hi.
I know.
I haven't gone live yet. I don't know how it's happening, but
Neither have I. So
Guru,
like
guru, guru,
I feel like
guru.
Maybe next week.
Hey,
Come on, you weren't doing
My
that.
little one's been sick
nope.
for 3 days. I am not looking like I'll scare y'all.
Hello.
You do realize that you're in a
You
chat
don't
full of
look sick
moms.
though. Well, I mean, you can tell you don't
You
feel good,
see
but
my
you don't
eyeballs? I
look
can
bad.
barely
She
open them
looks
up.
like the sixth SpongeBob meme.
have you
Guru,
seen your own
whenever you feel
eyeballs?
comfortable at your own pace, because I
Yep.
am also one who took a really long time
You're
to
fine.
turn my camera on. So
You don't
whenever
have
you
to.
are comfortable.
Yes.
Megan,
What's
do you
I
have
have
prayer
on,
wrap in
I
your
have
hair?
on Discord.
yes.
I have on Discord.
Holiday Hoopy Woody?
Do you have prayer wrap in your hair? Like the medical wrap?
I do.
That's amazing because I used to wear that all the time. I love
Yeah,
that stuff for hair.
I have a
wrap.
whole roll of it.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm just reading the comments.
That's
That
good
was
stuff.
great.
Best ever.
You played sports in high school.
Yes.
I can tell. Our athletic trainer had to lock up the cupboard for this because we would go in there and steal rolls
I
of
stole
it.
them.
Oh,
Yeah, I stole them.
I'm a high school student. I'm not buying this.
What type is it?
It is
prayer wrap. Medical wrap. The you know the
so
stuff that
when you wrap your ankle prior to putting the tape on, you would put this on, and it's the stretchy shit.
No.
no. Oh God. Allie, honey.
I mean,
Well, it comes in a roll, and it's not made to be a headband, but let's be
It's
honest,
the best
it's the perfect thing for a headband. So
because it never slips off your head.
I
the
can't.
stuff it started with a K. We had like that we would use to wrap like if somebody got a blood draw or whatever. And it you know what it reminded me of? You know the stuff you put on your cupboards to non-slip?
Yeah.
Shelf liner?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it comes in a roll and it kind of sticks to itself.
Oh yeah, yep. I know what you're talking about.
So
The
that's
medical tape, but not medical. The stretchy.
This is different.
Oh.
Is it like vet wrap? Is that what you're thinking about, Allie? The stuff that's
I call it
like
prayer
vet
wrap.
Let me go get the whole goddamn roll. 1 second.
Yeah, we
Oh my! You can move
my
your
God.
tongue pretty fast, lady.
Holy moly!
You're gonna be popular.
Oh, please slip.
Lard.
My brain went like
Wow.
Holy God!
Hey, Krista. How's your search for the people and for your house? I have to word it differently because we're
Cobain.
on here.
Sorry.
That passed away in your house?
Yeah. Going.
Going?
It's going.
Cobain wrap.
Those two were the most interesting. Everybody else was just kind of normal, I guess.
How dare they be normal?
That's it. Yeah. That's the good stuff.
But I did download one of those like new ghost apps on my phone, and this weekend I'm totally gonna run around asking Caleb if he's here.
Make hair ties out of it?
Because I've never seen that before.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh Lord.
So like you would wrap, and then you'd put tape over top of it, so the tape doesn't stick to your skin. It's
It ripped the
meant.
hide off you.
No.
It comes in all different colors.
Suck it up,
Yeah.
buttercup.
Suck it up.
Well, I don't
So-
use it for taping. I use it for hair.
So it sounds to me, Megan, when we go down south, you'll have to bring some for her.
Yes,
I will.
yes, please.
I usually have a roll in my backpack all the time because you can make hair ties out of it too in a pinch.
Yes.
The military isn't about like no pain.
Well, that's why I'm not in the military.
I know, but like as a nurse for
That's
the
why
last
she's a nurse.
16 years at a clinic, no, they have the gauze and they have the Coban, which is stretchy, but it sticks to itself, but not like that. But it literally feels like the stuff that you put underneath the glasses so that they don't fall to the ground.
This is like really thin foam almost. Like it's almost like you could wrap stuff and use it as maybe bubble wrap kind of thing, maybe.
It sounds like you need to send some to Allie.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's gonna get an envelope with like.
I mean, I got this stuff. It came in the box with the Murphy bed. Can I?
Hey,
she's a witch.
If it works, it works.
No,
if it fits, it ships.
She's a ghost. Tasha, which Westcott?
You look like
You caught her attention. You said the
Give it
name.
to me now.
Oh,
easy,
you guys wanna hear
Baruka.
something interesting. So Allie knows about this case. Back in '94, there was the kidnapping of Heidi Allen, like 20 minutes from my house. My mom actually knew her. The other day when I was, sick in bed and just binge watching crap, I finally watched the Dateline on it. And I had always heard that one of my cousins had something to do with this case. Did not realize my cousin was going to be on the Dateline episode. Allie, all of Jenny's interviews were on the episode where you could catch her like lying back and forth about not knowing anything, and yeah, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah.
Whoops.
Oopsie.
Never have I ever.
She's still a missing person. Like nobody has ever found trace of her or anything.
They haven't for sure. And what she was nationwide too.
Yeah, she was 18 years old. She was working at a gas station, and she got kidnapped from the gas station.
I remember this story.
Yep, she got kidnapped, and actually years later, they found out the Oswego County Sheriff's hid information because she was a teenage drug informant.
Oh,
and
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
snitches get stitches.
One guy got put in jail that didn't do it, and he passed in prison. Meanwhile, the 3 guys that Jenny has information on didn't get locked away. They were all drug users. And it's thought that they kidnapped her and, took care of her because she was an informant that went to school with them. And one of the guys is in jail for murder of offing somebody else. But, yeah.
What a nice young individual.
There's actually been quite a few. I mean, you would think for the area and the least amount of population that we're in, there wouldn't be quite as many, because in 1993, Sarah Ann Wood disappeared, which some of you weren't around for that or were too young to know, but she disappeared not far from my house. I played softball with her. She was on a different team. So, I mean, you know how,
you knew of her.
I knew of her. Like, I recognized her face, but probably the only thing I've ever said to her was good game. But she disappeared on her road. She was riding her bike. So this was 1993. I think she was, she was a couple months younger than me. So she was about 12. Yeah. Never found her. Supposedly a guy said that he did it, and he did it to a couple others, so he was already life in prison sort of thing. And he's like, yeah, I'll tell you where she is. And they looked there, and she wasn't there. Yeah, no, it's over here. They looked there, she wasn't there. So they still have yet to find her.
That's sad.
Yeah, the one with Heidi Allen was April of '94, so I was only a couple months old at that point. But, like, my mom personally knew her. What?
Isn't it past your bedtime?
Yeah. My mom, like, personally knew her, and then when everything came out about Jenny, like, the whole family was like, what the hell?
Yeah. So, Krista, did you want to share a place? I mean, you don't have to, like, go into detail, but is there anywhere specific you'd ever want to go? If money was no object? Oh.
Not right now.
Okay.
Is there anybody else that wants to like rotate in or anything?
And I can't check it.
Drop down.
So Amanda did send me hers, but I can't. I failed, so I should have sent it by email to myself. She sent it to my Book of Faces on my Crazy Cemetery lady, and I don't have that pulled up on my computer, and so it's on my phone. I can't read it in Grumpy Hagrid. So if you have any questions about the UK, Grumpy Hagrid that just joined lives in the UK. And he worked for some of the places like Heritage Trust and stuff and was at all of these places.
Okay.
Megan met him.
Here, I think I'm gonna. Mac, is the yes to you saying that you want to come up? Because I had said that if anybody wants to come up, to let me know. I can drop down.
Actually, I'm gonna follow. Follow.
Yes. You are small and wet. Thank you. Grumpy. So he's part of the castle crew. So there's a lady named Evelyn Edwards. She's an actress. And but Friday through Monday, her and her husband, so she's also a dual citizen now, so she lives in the UK with her husband. And they go around to all sorts of different historical sites all over the UK and Europe, Friday through Monday. And right now she's going live on the tube because of the whole issues with here. But if you just Google search Evelyn Edwards or Evelyn Castles, it'll show up on the tube. And she goes live and anybody can watch. There's only one subscriber live on Saturday nights. But the historical tours, anybody can watch for free. She might be going.
She does do a very nice job.
She mentioned in the post that she might be going to Dead Roman stuff. Oh, look at that. Grumpy Hagrid's going to Lincoln on Saturday to look at Dead Roman stuff. North Central. Just saying.
He went to bed, I think.
Probably.
I'm still waiting for a segment about Goodrich Castle. That would be an awesome segment.
Well, she
Goodrich.
hinted.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go.
I was just going to say, she hinted that she might be going to Highgate Cemetery this weekend. Like Friday, Saturday,
really
Sunday,
cool.
Monday. And I asked her, I said, please, if you're going to go, can you go Saturday or Sunday so I can make sure I can watch? So, Grumpy said which castle?
Goodrich Castle. It was on the border of Wales and lower UK. Lower England, sorry.
We're
I'll put it
all
in the comment.
Yankees over here. Well, some of us Southern Yankees, but to them, yeah.
I'm a border Yankee.
Grumpy, did you want to come up and talk? You're more than welcome.
How you feeling, buddy?
If he wants to, I may have to drop down because I'm getting a little stupid.
Okay. WV, why don't you go to bed?
Just learn a little bit.
Yeah.
I know, that's bad. It's getting bad.
Okay, Grumpy, that's
Feel
fine.
better.
Yep.
I hope you feel better.
Go to sleep.
All right, Atlas,
Sing
I'm
you a
going to
lullaby.
have. What?
Good night.
No, I
Good
can't.
night, bye.
Good night, darling.
There's the button. There it is. Okay.
Jesus takes the wheel. Oh my god.
Someone needs to take the wheel.
Grumpy, it's every Thursday, and we start an hour and a half from now. So we've been going for an hour and a half. So stop by any Thursday. And you can ask him all sorts of UK stuff.
Poor WV, I think she's gonna fall asleep before she makes it to her bed.
That's why I wanted her to go to bed, because I'm like, she might fall asleep on the couch. Grumpy's going to bed, he said.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad.
In the morning there.
I know.
Just so y'all know,
So
Jasper is taking full advantage of the amount of popsicles I'm letting him eat right now.
Oh yeah.
As you just watched him walk by in his underwear.
Attaboy.
what was I gonna say? Bless his sweetheart.
Doesn't know the king, and Simon Cowell doesn't live in his shed.
He comes across the yard in the background.
Normally the background picture blocks him out, but he was so close to my chair. And he didn't even care. He's just like, I have my pops.
It didn't even faze him.
Back to lay down.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Hey, at least he's keeping something down, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is, he has not had an appetite, and this kid is normally snacking 24/7. And I mean, I haven't either, but I normally don't have an appetite to begin with. Him, that's scary.
Oh, I know.
And
He didn't eat for like 3 days.
What?
Gianna wasn't eating for like 3 days. She had nothing.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I ended up doing. My mom was sending stuff here, though. It's funny. My mom's been doing this whole like throw things in the door and run. Today she's
Dropping off at the plate house.
Well, normally I bring my trash to their house on Thursdays. So when she was done with work today, she came and grabbed it, and I sprayed it all with Lysol before she touched it.
Thank you, Megan.
Does anybody remember a couple weeks ago when I told you I ripped apart one of my space heaters that wasn't working, and it was just in shambles?
Uh-huh. Did you get it?
Guess who's up and heating?
Ooh.
Good job.
I figured out the switch on the bottom of it was the tip over switch. Must have shorted out. And so I cut that BITCH out of there and I spliced them wires together and bada boom, bada bing, baby. We're in the heat again.
Yay.
Good job, Meg.
Yeah.
And it didn't blow up when you started it.
And it still hasn't. I did, however, unplug it before I went to bed last night because, let's be honest, I'm not an electrician.
But did you stay at a Holiday Inn?
I didn't. I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn either, so that's a double whammy.
Problem.
But, yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. I'm like, hot diggity dog, Megan. Hot diggity dog. And I didn't have to chop off a bunch of the wires to take the... To strip the wires. Normally, I accidentally cut them off instead of stripping them. So that went better this time.
Harbor Freight has a really good wire cutter / stripper.
I may or may not have purchased a pair of those, which worked successfully. So hence my ease of use. I was reading the comments. Sorry. I just needed to gloat for a minute. I was pretty proud of myself because it works.
So
You should be. You should be proud of it.
Parker sent me the Westcott article that he found. It was an unaliving over a game of cards.
Wow.
Sounds about right.
Sounds logical.
Plattsburgh, New York, February. I think that says February 20th. News has just reached here of an unaliving at Tupper Lake, Franklin County in the Adirondacks. Zeb Westcott and John Smith. It's a Westcott and a Smith. Bang, bang.
Come on.
Quarreled over a game of cards, and Westcott drew a pocket knife and cut Smith's throat, causing instant unaliving. The unaliver surrendered to the authorities.
I would hope,
Madam.
So.
Miss Ma'am.
So no sharp objects around Tasha and I when we come down south. Got it.
You already
This is
know
not
you
a
shouldn't have
Hatfield
sharp
McCoy
objects.
kind of thing.
With the stories y'all have heard, you already know not to have sharp objects around me. So.
Or buckets.
No, the buckets will go pretty well. Until the snow shoves them under my car, and then I have to say goodbye to my trusty green.
Yeah, and you mourn, and then you mourn the death of your
I'm
bucket.
still mourning it. Like, I'm very upset with that snow. It was stupid.
And it got more. And then it melted, and then it got more.
I know.
It runs in the family.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start a GoFundMe to get Tasha a new bucket.
Yeah, because I think
please?
that one was...
Is it
That
filled
one was
with
attract...
Is it filled with things that you don't give up?
No.
Bucket about?
But yes. Bucket of buckets.
It's ready.
What's not ready yet, Mac?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, now I'm
I
curious.
know what's not ready yet.
How fast he viewed himself there.
Always have that on hand.
I know.
We don't need to know what you like to do at night there, Mac. Especially with that zapper.
That's not my business.
If you electrocute your phone, I'm going to laugh.
Yeah. His phone just sizzles out.
Just to let you know, Brian, I'm bringing it with me to West Virginia.
West Virginia.
You're coming, right, Brian?
No.
You're coming to West Virginia?
Mike
No.
is picking him
Not
up on the way
anymore.
through.
I was gonna say, B, I was kind of looking at our best planned route, and if your other half is willing to meet me in Lansing to drop you off, that would be our best course of action. It's about an hour north for me, and it's about an hour south for you.
That's
and
funny
we
you
can
say that.
shoot south. Why?
That's why we were gonna talk and be like, hey, we should meet down in Lansing.
Boom. Lansing's the perfect meeting spot. It's a plan.
Kidnap Justin on the way, too. Just bundle him up.
Yeah.
Hog tie him.
B, you're gonna have to do that prior to Lansing.
Come on, get up there.
Well, Justin would have to come this way, pick me up, and then we would head down to Lansing.
Well,
Because
that
he's
would
only
beat
about
the hog tying him. Throwing him in the trunk.
He said he might
he's
come
only he's only about like 10 to 15 minutes from me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
Then he's your responsibility.
No, because I'm not going to get between him and his wife.
I wouldn't. She's a spitfire, that one.
So I'll just come down to Lansing myself with my other half and be like, okay, I'm ready.
Megan will have to go save B.
I can see B
that's
now.
usually how it goes, though.
He's got his backpack and a little tent, and he's like, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
And then I'm gonna have an entire trunk full of shit. I'm gonna be like, I'm ready. I think we might need to stop. If I have to be gone for 3 days, we are packing for an 8-day excursion because we don't know how we're gonna feel on those days.
And
I
you
need
don't
to have
know when you might need
options.
something.
So what's funny?
I overpack like crazy.
I'll end up
packed like a
wearing like
month.
the same outfit the entire weekend because, yeah, camping's not my forte.
Well, then, too, if it's, like, really hot and you get sweaty, that's where I'd end up packing, like, 15 different outfits, even if I'm only going somewhere for one night.
Yep.
I'm wondering, too, if we'll need the tripod and if we can get it on the top of my van.
Yeah, we're gonna need the tripod.
Not listening.
Say it louder.
You talking to me? You think we could get the tripod on the top of the van for West Virginia? He's nodding yes.
I believe with enough ratchet straps and enough bungee cords and enough can-do attitude, we can get that baby on there.
Just put your head out the window, hold it down.
Megan, are you sure your family's not from, like, upstate New York somewhere? Because you sound a little bit redneck to me.
We hail from upstate New York originally in the early or in the mid 1800s. We're from like the Rochester, Onondaga area.
I wouldn't say exactly Rochester would be redneck. I'm thinking a little bit farther south.
Hey, you never know.
North.
I think you
Or
fail
no,
to realize where I live. Kalamazoo is a big city, and I live in a small farming town south of there. So,
oh,
um,
uh,
I love me some redneck shit.
uh,
I grew up out on the farm. I grew up baling hay. I touched so many electric fences growing up, it's ridiculous. Um,
okay,
I
you're in
have
the
not touched an electric
I've
fence.
ridden in the back of a truck on a sofa we found on the side of the road. I mean, so
okay. That's
You
some
fit
red.
in here just fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know, my dad had a truck that had a cap on it, like Max. He took an old van seat and set it in the back of the truck. Let my brother and I ride on it. It was not bolted.
yeah.
So we'd be going down the dirt roads. Every time he'd
oh
speed
yeah.
up, we'd slide this way. Every time he'd stop really fast, or we'd slide this way. Every time he'd stop really fast, we'd go bang. And his 30 rack would be sitting in the back with us too.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. You had the sliding window. Y'all good back there? Hell yeah, we are.
Go fast.
Yep. That was actually the truck that I learned how to drive in by the time, well, not learned how to drive in, but got my permit in. By the time I was getting my permit, there was holes in the floorboards. And that's what I drove right after getting it.
That's what the master
You know, that's a good car, though.
Yeah, car mats. Just cover it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my dad didn't want to spend money on those. He's like,
And
well,
if
at
the
least this way you can Fred Flintstone it if you have to.
exactly.
Carpet remnants.
You could advertise that as in-floor ventilation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I smell exhaust? No, you're fine.
No.
That's just
I'm getting sleepy.
No, we have a carbon monoxide detector in here just in case it gets to be too much. You have some rigged up uh, carbon whatever detector in there just in case. Oh, I could see that.
Megan, you must be packing.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
No, I remember that sound.
The double tap, flip, double tap.
I always did 5 and 5.
I always do 2,
I
I
don't.
flip it around. Yeah.
Allie, do you know what she's talking about? Okay, you had a look on your face like you didn't know. I'm like, you should know.
That's it's a universal sound, I feel like.
Yeah.
People who know.
If you know, you know.
And then the sound of a
Yep. And those make different noises depending on what it is.
clippers are trash. Clipper lighters are trash.
For my
No,
candles.
no, Megan. I was meaning depending on what it is that you're about to put into your body.
Yeah, there's a slight cough after another one.
Parker. If you have a pillar candle, you can't get the lighter in there. So I got a new one that it's almost like.
Is it like a taser?
No, well, a little bit. It's just a current in between, but it's like a candle. Oh yeah,
Christopher has one of those. They're like wind proof or whatever.
Yeah, but like the candle.
It'd be down there.
Yeah.
Parker put naughty things in the comments. He shouldn't know what that noise is.
You're grounded, mister.
My whole family were smokers. I know what that noise is.
What? Oh, Lord, Megan, do not be related to me. Why? Why, Parker?
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I am a little unhinged, so that's fair.
Like I said, you say that like it's a bad thing.
I think I'm older than his mom.
I keep leaning forward.
He's the same age as my child, so I'm probably the same. Maybe not, though. I had Grace really young. I withdraw that.
I want to
That
know
was an
what
indoor
Chris
thought.
is listening to.
Well, who?
I want to know what Chris is listening to.
My head.
Because you were jamming out there for a minute.
Probably something we said triggered a song that went in her head. And
Yeah.
she was
Yep.
Wasn't me.
I had the Flintstones theme song stuck in my head, so
Me too.
I still have
Ever
Pop
since they
Soul
said
stuck in
it.
mine.
Habba yabba dabba doo time.
time to have a
I
good
missed Blue
time.
Moon.
Oh my. You can tell it's getting late. We're all like sticky. Can't stay awake late because we're old.
Hey, don't drag us all
Speak
into
for
this.
yourself.
Normally, I'm the one that like can stay up later, but I've just been randomly falling asleep since Sunday.
Good afternoon, Middle Georgia Grave.
That's because you
I
got
would
the Ebola.
It's not
Meat
Ebola.
It's not. Y'all sound like Cheryl. I'm not a doctor. It's not the Ebola.
It's flu A, dang it.
It's the Ebola.
I mean, I feel like it's the plague.
You got some monkey disease.
It's New York City has the Ebola, people, not
Oh, that's right.
closer
Well,
to you than us.
we all live in
Yeah.
New York City, right, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
We're from
Oh,
Michigan.
B,
We all
how's
live
your
in
mom
Detroit.
doing?
She's doing good. She's home.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
now using breathing treatments, but she's doing good.
Good.
Okay. Good. I'm glad she's home.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. She didn't get home until
Yes,
this
Cheryl.
morning.
4, 6. Who's counting?
12.
Good. I'll screw 'em up.
1, 9.
Cheryl, I would never think to make fun of you.
I would.
Never.
I'm just
I
kidding.
would.
Rocky.
Max and Angel.
I do not
That-
pick on
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucifer was an angel at one point, too.
That's not making fun. Listen, Braun.
His wife totally read. Sonia, I love you.
That was hilarious.
His wife what?
You totally are. I can hear Thursday.
I am not making fun of Cheryl. We love
Just
Cheryl.
were.
No, not me.
Actually,
Oh my God.
Actually, no, Cheryl. The Flintstones was actually nothing to do with you. Honestly, it
It was
wasn't.
Ebola.
It was. No, it wasn't about Ebola.
That was perfect, Sonia. The way you
No,
called
I'm
him
not.
out, you're like, he totally was. I just.
I was not.
That was awesome.
Making
Right on
fun of
cue.
her. and Joking
Yes.
with her. Was she joking in the first place? She wasn't even there. Okay, so you weren't joking with her. Listen, we'll sleep on the couch tonight. Do you?
I feel like this escalated quickly.
What'd she say?
Does anyone have popcorn?
It just escalated quickly. Brian asked if anybody's got popcorn.
Oh, are we getting popcorn?
Oh, man.
Yep, look, there we go.
Yeah.
Popcorn. Yay.
Oh, Krista
Yeah,
got
me
one.
too.
For a
My
second.
Are you giving me a pout? No, I'm not
Middle
pouting.
Georgia says that he likes tater tots, so that's what he's bringing to the show is tater tots.
There you go.
I like tater tots.
Parker has sunflower seeds.
Wait, I have Doritos. Hold on.
I
Sure.
have nothing near me at the moment to offer.
I'll bring the coffee and the flu A.
Ohio.
No, you stay
I will
one.
share. I will
And
share
the
with everybody.
That one.
There we go.
We are all descending into madness.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Got a bowl.
Back to the joke that I said.
Do not.
The joke that started this all off is either everybody's too sick and needs to go to bed, or everybody's too old and needs to go to bed.
I'm neither.
I'm both.
Chris is
However,
yeah,
it
the
is almost fun gummy time, so that'll
Never.
put me down pretty quick.
I feel like I'm almost as white as my blanket right now. This is
You are.
ridiculous.
Sonya is the
I'm
truth
about as white as
talker.
your blanket.
Who's that?
Normally my cheeks are red.
You
I'm laughing
do
and my
look.
cheeks aren't red.
Yeah, you do look a little pale.
Peaked.
But not in like, you look like on the recovery side. Like you don't look like death.
Yeah. Don't put me out there.
Who did that? How
You are
dare
like the
you?
same color as Megan's sheet.
It's not a sheet, it's a tarp. It's one of those stupid tent tarps. I'm not a complete swine. The sheets are over there.
Could have been a really nice sheet.
No, they zip together. Look at this. I got me a little layer down here.
The Megan layer.
I call it my ladies' lair. I tell Christopher that I'm going to descend to the lair.
No.
Good point.
No.
Good point. We're going to rethink that one. Good point. Point taken. It's giving off Lion's Den theme, which is not what we're going for. I can't afford a billboard on the highway.
Megan's got her own glory hole downstairs or in the garage.
By the freezer.
Okay. I
He's putting himself in timeout.
Here Sonya is. It's like, nope.
No, it's just an unfinished basement, and to keep the heat in this area, I tried to give myself some walls to
make it feel a little cozier.
Be not freezing. Just not be freezing because I have a space heater underneath my desk, but it's still cold down here. It's Michigan. Yeah. It's cold.
It was really cold yesterday. We were this morning. Your mom was saying it was like 15 below.
Yeah. Yep.
It currently feels like 15 right now here.
Let me see. Hold on.
It currently feels like 9.
I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Night, Parker.
Good night, Parker.
Good night.
Good night.
I thought we were family. Gosh.
I see where we are.
Yeah, we're second. We're second to his stuff. It's okay.
Second fiddle.
The real feel here right now is 13.
So to recap, for next week for homework, we've got February 27th, something that happened either in your family or in history. And we have the PayPal donation center for the legal filing fees for our nonprofit status that we are more than halfway there.
Yeah,
that's great.
Share it with people. Share away.
Yes, and it's posted on the Grave Geek Book of Faces, so you can share it on there, or you can pull it from there and get the link. If anybody needs the link, I can send you the link separately that you can share and send to people.
You shared it in the Discord already.
I did?
Didn't you?
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah.
And
you made a thread about it.
Oh, right, yeah.
You made a whole thread. She's like, that was hours ago.
Yeah. I tried to sleep since then.
Yeah.
Were you successful at sleeping since then?
I will neither confirm nor deny. Considering that was at my lunch. Anybody else parting words before we?
It's been fun to you guys visually.
If anyone's
Here's
interested,
the blue for all of you.
No. Now.
Keep that over here.
Yeah. You're in a box for a reason. Stay in it. Vogue.
That's exactly where I went.
Yep.
Okay, sorry,
Mac
B.
and I saw the music video, so MTV.
Sorry, B. What were you saying? I was just being an asshole.
No, you're fine. If anyone is interested, on March 11th, IGS, Indiana Genealogical Society, is having a Facebook Live Ask the Hoosier genealogist. You can ask the Hoosier genealogist for any questions for anything in Indiana. If you have Indiana like ancestors, or if you have any genealogical questions, you can ask that there. I just wanted to put that out there, and you can add that to your stuff too if you want.
Don't know if I have any.
Yeah, it's on
Yep,
the calendar.
all of their stuff's already on the calendars on the site.
So
Every month they have one, so I got them all on there.
So if anyone's interested, it's March 11th, and I believe it's at 7 our time. Yes.
6:30, I thought.
No, I'll talk to Joan.
Let me just double check, but
Yeah, I can double check too. Hold on.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they were all 6:30.
You said 6:30. Was that 6:30 our time or
Okay,
6:30 their time?
It's our time.
So that's an hour. So it's 5:30 Eastern Standard.
No, it's 6:30 our time.
It's our time.
July.
These ones are stupid.
In July, they're
Especially in
live.
this area.
The live that they have in July is the one that the Grave Geeks are on the Facebook Live with her.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll actually talk to you girls about that, so we can. Oh, there we go. 6:30. Joan's in here. Thank you, Joan.
Yeah.
I was trying to promote, but my mind's not been here the past week.
Okay. Oh, and Roots Tech 2 is coming up.
Yes.
That's in March. So if you haven't signed up, it's free. You can join different classes.
I made a video on it if anyone's interested.
Yep. So that's there too. So that's on the Family Search website. There's different classes and experiences that you can sign up for, whatever you're interested in, whatever you want to learn more in. I haven't looked at the actual classes yet, but the last several years, when you could do it virtually, they actually broke it down into how, like, difficulty level. So if for beginners that are just learning about genealogy versus moderate to expert.
Yeah, it's still like that. Joan and B were going through it last night. I went through it, and if you do the virtual, you have access into all of them, but you can click on schedule, so it'll remind you.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had it remind me of like 40 of the different things that they had going on.
Yep.
There's a lot of really interesting ones on there. Like there's a lot with like enslaved records.
Yeah, that's what I made the video of today, because you don't see that stuff, and people that have that in their family tree, that's a good place to get information to keep the record. Including, I noticed a lot of Holocaust stuff too.
Yeah.
It is quite difficult, the records, trying to get them or understand them or how to search and keep track of them.
Yep.
So,
I actually am quite interested in that. My brother-in-law's family. I've been trying to work on his tree, and he laughed at me when I asked if I could try, because I didn't think of it from the perspective I should have thought of it. There weren't records for people in that time.
there might be records, and I've come across situations where I have found better records knowing where to look, because they were, I
know where they lived at.
Right, because they were cataloged. I don't know
in a
how
certain
to say
way.
it nicely.
They
Because they were cataloged.
Yes. there'll be schedules.
Right. So they were actually listed versus if you were just a female child back then, your name was in the obscure ether of records. So
Well,
it's hard to find records, but when you know where to look and you can find them, then you actually have better records than others. It's just finding.
The only thing I've been able to kind of have help me is his great grandmother is 100 and some years old. I think she's 101. Great Granny Mavis is 101, and so I was able to talk to her and get a little bit of who her mom and daddy were and where they lived and some family members to go off of. But she was excited, but she was also very, if you find something, you find something. But she was like, "Oh, thank you for looking.
Yeah.
Thank you for trusting me to look." It's just, it was unfortunately naive. It was naive of me to be so, let me try. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. You didn't know what you're getting
What
yourself
an idiot.
into.
What an idiot I was.
No, that's not being an idiot. That's trying to be helpful, but not knowing the scope of what you were getting into.
Yeah.
The fact that I can trace mine back so far.
With that, you really need to look at location and like not friends' names, but others that are in the same,
just like acquaintances that are in the same circle
or in the same household. So if there's and I'm just making up names, okay? Like if there's a Polly Sue, if somebody was to get transferred somewhere, they tended to go in either groups or yeah. So it's really important to know you're not just looking for one person. You have to look at the whole group because that will give you clues on where you can find how they transferred around.
And another thing too is they usually take the names of their employer. You know what I mean.
I hear you. Nope,
So they also take their last names as well. So that's another thing that you can look around for.
Yep, that's.
Or take the name of the location.
That too.
So if there's a plantation name, so if it was, the Rosewood, then their last name might have something to do with that because they might have chosen a last name that, Rose.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want to give somebody a signifier of where you've been.
And even after their employment ended,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
After the fact, I'm Roger Rosewood. Oh, you're that Roger that worked at Rosewood.
Yep.
Kind of thing. So that's great. That's great, helpful information. Because yes, it was one of those projects that I want to continue to work on, but.
And it's also to help family find because a lot of them were separated in their employment. So they were.
Yes.
Night, Joan.
Good night, Joan.
Night. So
I'll take up no more of your time. Sorry to tangent us.
You're fine.
Thank you for the advice.
I mean, that's the beauty of this group because nobody, is an expert in everything. So you can go to somebody who might have knowledge or experience in finding it. So why reinvent the wheel?
And
I agree.
If you watch my video, because I really don't want to go through and find the people, but I did list off every single event that has to do with those type of situations.
Heard.
So I did make a video on that because you don't see stuff like that, and I was like, I have to promote this because again, you don't see stuff at all when it comes to that for genealogical records. And kind of end it on a good note. There's 178 online stuff that you can do for Roots Tech.
I'm gonna check Roots Tech out.
Yeah, so definitely give it a check out, and you can schedule everything, and you can just join in it for free.
For free.
And Krista, I know that they usually have a class on tracing property records.
Okay.
Just an FYI. I've seen it several times, so I'm sure.
You were gonna say they have a class on finding
BS people
top
who hide from you.
employees.
Just a whole class of finding Schaefer.
They don't have Houdini classes, but it might help. We'll see.
I'll make the suggestion. Do you have one on circus folk?
You never know. They might have an entertainment one. Seriously.
That'd be nice.
Maybe. But
there was all sorts of different stuff on there. Like, I can't name everything, but I did find some stuff with German and Hungarian records. So I signed up for that. Cause
there's Irish and Scottish. There's English. There's a lot of stuff this year.
Yeah, there's everything on there.
So, we will see each other again a week from today. And we'll have dates and stuff, information, cool information. We get to see people's faces. I love it. Love it, love it.
And hopefully no sick people.
Yes. Keep your illness.
Yay.
Chris D and Amanda, thank you for coming on camera. It was great to see you both.
I have eyebrows on. I'm good.
I have eyebrows on. I'm good.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
All right.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Everybody have a good night.
Make good choices.
No.
No.
Bye.